What's going on there, Twitch world, as well as my YouTube folk? We popped back on Twitch because we want to do a little bit of recording so we can edit up a video later today. And I want to talk about some important things. I wrote down this very long list of things. Really, they're just a list of lies from your favorite streamer, 10IQGaming. Let's go through it real quick. We have lies about wishing physical harm. We have lies about e-begging for donations. We have lies about my videos being banned on Twitch and YouTube for violating TOS. We have lies about me doxing his people. We have lies about how he views simping. We have lies about his relationship and conversation that was held with popular streamer Tiggs. We have lies about me having no career. We have lies about his views. We'll talk about that in further detail later in the video. We have lies about some of the comments that are in my comment section. You know, those alt accounts. I already made a video about that, but I'll re-dip on a few points I think people should pay attention to. We have lies about T-Bad and its military affiliation. We have lies about you deleting comments. We have lies about my comments being abusive in nature as a whole. We have lies about me claiming to take the moral high ground. We have lies that I was threatening people. And we have lies about my stream being almost 5 hours. You know, other than a few females in my life, I can't really think of too many people that go on this random narrative of being a victim, being lied to, and just being treated so badly. You really are a victim, aren't you, 10IQ? That's your play, huh? You're going to get a bunch of clicks and views by being a lying piece of crap and feeling bad for yourself and hoping that through your lies and narrative building, other folks can feel bad for you as well. I won't lie. I actually feel bad for you. Let's start off with lie number 1. You're going to find in all of these videos that you see on my screen that he says I wished physical harm upon him. And then he goes to clip out a very specific clip where I said, I hope you're a cripple. Quote. And then he twisted it. Said that I wish physical harm upon him. That's not wishing physical harm upon you. Truthfully, it was just a really poor off-taste joke of me making fun of you because of a statement you made in your intro video about recently being in an accident. And honestly, with how often you fail to complete sentences and spell words incorrectly, I would kind of assume there was a little bit of brain damage involved. And, well, maybe you are a cripple. But the truth is, I don't wish physical harm upon you. In fact, you will find for those of you who actually took the time out to watch the videos, I did not condone those behaviors. I want you to stand on that. I want you to stand on that 10IQ. And aside from you twisting that one singular little moment, prove to everybody that I wished physical harm upon you. Show somebody a clip of that actually happening. The next thing I wrote down here was me begging for donations. Wasn't that a clever video, everybody? If we just like swing back to a couple videos here and we go to his fancy little video. It says the new era of Tarkov streamers get mad, begging for donations. Don't work in life no more. Scammers. I'm not sure where you're trying to get off on this title, and I don't know how trolling, aka lying, is funny to people. Prove it. Notice in that entire video, you don't hear anything. He muted it for a reason. Find me one clip, bud, of me asking somebody for a donation. In fact, I bet, or rather challenge, anybody who's been a supporter of his content to go out, watch my videos. I have very clearly stated time and time again, I'm not in it for monetary gain. Truthfully, when I think about content that I've made in the past, you have better odds of making quick, short TikToks and honestly streaming live on Twitch for subs. It's pretty profitable over making a YouTube video. Show us a clip. You know you can. Lie number 3. This one's pretty awesome, y'all. If we go back to his channel, he made a new video today. Oh my God. 345 views. It's off to a rockin' start. You said that I was banned for violating terms of service on either YouTube or Twitch. You lied again, buddy. And honestly, because of that lie, I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and go back and unpublish those videos. In fact, because of your behaviors, I decided to republish those videos, and they're going to stay up for a couple days because I think it's important. There's a living, breathing example of your dirty, nasty lying habit that you have in order to try and make folks look bad. So just for you, buddy, there they are. And they're going to stay up for a little while. Should have been an easy dub for you, but you just couldn't stop. And don't worry, if you think that's all there is, I'm more than happy to go to the original source content. I told you I like to use Twitch as my recorder. I told you I like to use Twitch as my... And if we go here to my profile, oh, look at that. All the videos are posted back up into a published state. Just for you, buddy. Now maybe you can go convince your little army to report those videos. You know, remember how you were crying about all your videos getting DCMA'd and reported? See if you can have the same luck and get mine taken down. The other thing you lied about was me doxing people in the videos. You know why that's a bunch of crap? I don't think you've actually taken the time to read the policy behind doxing people. So I'm going to educate some folks. In order to dox somebody, it would require you to take somebody's profile information outside of their public domain and then locate what's known as personal identifiable information. If we go back to this weird little video here, and we were to scroll down a little bit, and this is actually not the right video. Let me go back to the other one. I have comments disabled right now. I'm going to re-enable them so everyone can see it. I want everyone to take a look at this screenshot, however. Do you see how it says Nicholas Alexandre? That's not going outside of the public profile domain. In fact, that's your idiot friend in his YouTube profile, not practicing good security habits. Therefore, by definition, it's not doxing. So you lied about that. You're on 4 already, buddy. Another thing that you lied about was simping. You know that word that you like to use so much? I think about all the content that you've made over the time, You know, I think about going to your channel. Let's just check it out, you know, give you another view or something. But when we go to your channel, it seems to be your favorite word. You've got all these fancy little videos. Oh. And on all of these fancy little videos, you use the word simp. You know what I found in common with all of the videos you've made? Anyone who comes to the defense or aid in terms of the creators that you're bashing and making false narratives about, you called them a simp. And after my videos and our little back and forth, you tried to walk the word simp and its definition back. You need to own it, buddy. Be a man about it. Own it. Anybody who doesn't agree with you and anybody who defends content against you, you consider a simp. So this guy tried to make a new video today called Are You a Simp? Well, I guess it's a day ago since we're now at midnight. But a day ago, you tried to walk it back saying it's all these young people who are 13 and a little bit younger donating money to their favorite streamer. That's what's really a simp. But I want everyone to remember that, you know, he did a whole interview with a legendary tick simp. You know, a guy who just wanted to sit down, have a conversation with him about what he didn't completely agree with. The same guy he called a sucker and essentially called him a simp over and over and told him that he was simping over and over because he would post comments in his comment section. So which is it? Is it people who donate money to streamers who don't actually need it? Or is it the other 60 to 70 videos that you've made focused on people defending their points? You're on 4, but after that, make that 5 lies. You just can't stop. Then we have the infamous Tiggs situation. You remember this? Maybe you don't. Let me refresh your memory. You know, you told everybody that you and Siggs have a great relationship and you've actually helped him, right? You helped him to be a nicer person, which is also a lie. You're 6 for 6, buddy. In this screenshot, as I pointed out in some of my prior content, you're raging in all caps. And all Tiggs did was post a video and some example of false narrative caption that you had put out. Meanwhile, you're pleading your case. You know, that highlighted section about how you've been repeatedly attacked and that's getting a little bit dramatic. You had to go on and defend your case a little bit more, in all caps, I may add, about how you were pissed. And, you know, Tiggs said that you harassed him. And it's just your opinion, right? And then you went on to bash him a little bit more and remind him that he wasn't a pro player. And I don't need to read the rest of it. Everyone watching the video can do that. Line number 7, I really don't have too much of a video for it, if you will. But, you know, you like to make assumptions because people don't give you all of the facts and information. But I see you've been watching my streams lately. You know, you've been feeling a little concerned. Got a little self-esteem issue going on. And you are correct, my friend. I do work in cybersecurity. And anybody who is versed on the topic of cybersecurity understands that it's contract related. There's a lot of contract work involved when you're working these kinds of jobs. Depending on the contract, you have to file for a security clearance. And there's different levels to that security clearance, depending on whether you want to be basic or on base or top secret. There's certain things that they're going to dig about you personally, questions that they're going to ask you, polygraph tests that they're going to perform on you, and you do need to successfully pass those. But you said I have no career, that I sit at home all day and make no money on streams. think that ups you up to about 7 out of 7 lies. I'm starting to just feel bad for you at this point. Lie number 8 happened in real time. You didn't necessarily lie about this in your videos, but you lied in your actions. You know, the fake accounts that you've been using to post on my videos. I have a whole video dedicated to that. And most of your viewers didn't make it to actually watch it yet, so they could talk shit. So guess what I did? I re-enabled those videos. So all your people can go back and see all of the fake content, fake accounts, and your simp nation that followed along with you to prove you wrong. I think that puts you at 8 lies. You're really on fire, my friend. Lie number 9. You said I released your viewers' information. Really? I released your viewers' information? That's not true. It's kind of in conjunction with lie number 3, where you said I violated the terms of service for Twitch and YouTube, but I already proved. Your friend tried to hide himself with a username, but when you click that username, it shows his full name. I think you should tell your buddy what's going on and maybe have him update that user profile so he doesn't look like such a fool. No one released your viewers' information. Outside of that specific example, nobody else was exposed, doxed. You got to stop lying, bro. Lie number 10. And this is also called out in my most recent video, which I encourage folks to stop by and watch. T-Bad is a military thing. The only thing military about T-Bad is the real, and I did say real, Australian degenerate. He's a very, very famous Instagram and content creator and has zero, and I do mean zero, relationship with our friendly guy who gets drunk and makes video in his garage. You're not that guy, pal. In fact, when we go to your little channel and we scroll down, and we click on your videos, what do you see here? T-Bad. In fact, when you went to some of your earlier pieces of content that were focused on DayZ, those related to you and the other Smurf account that we identified as the bad Australian degenerate. When you play video games in the video game world, buddy, that doesn't make it military oriented. That's just you playing video games. And I think most people would agree that anything military is something to be proud of. So why did your other account, which proudly repped T-Bad, go and delete all his videos and pictures? Or, you know what? I don't want to assume. Hide or unpublish all his videos and pictures. But more importantly, took off the T-Bad branding. That's 11 lies, my friend. Lie number 12, we just keep on counting up, don't we, is you deleting comments. Are all the other people lying? Are the people in my comment section lying? Are the people that are in your comment section lying? Am I lying when I said that you've been repeatedly deleting comments? You know who lied? You, when you told everybody that if I had posted 16 comments and you deleted the other 12 of them, that it would still show 16 comments. That is inaccurate, my friend. If somebody posted 16 comments and you decided to delete 12 of them, you are only going to be able to see actively the remaining 4 comments. Guess I don't have too much ways to prove that. Except if any of you had watched my video, I had 1 or 2 extra comments that were not in his narrative build screenshot that were from me that are no longer on any of his channels. what's weird is they weren't abusive at all. I guess the YouTube algorithm just deleted them. But that puts you at 12 out of 12 lies, my friend. Lie number 13. You said that my comments were being abusive. I want you to look up the word abuse. Don't have an opinion on abuse. I want you to look up what the word abuse is. And then go back to the 4 comments that you had posted. They are not abusive comments. In fact, only one of those 4 comments was actually directed to your channel as a whole. Those were me having a one-on-one conversation with other people in your channel. And I think it's up to them as people having a discussion to determine whether or not that's abuse, to determine whether or not they feel threatened and want to have that deleted. But again, I guess you already deleted all that stuff. Kind of a moot point by now. Lie 13. God, you're on fire, bro. 13 lies? You lied that I was threatening people. I think I said in my video, if I want to, I can find out more information about your people. Right? I might have said there to one of your fake accounts, do I need to go ahead and do a little bit of digging, do a little bit of reconnaissance on that profile? Did that make you feel threatened, sweetie? That's not a threat. But I certainly can do it. It's very actionable behavior. That puts you at 14 lies. Lie number 15. This one's kind of a moot lie, but I figured I'd call it out because one of the things I think everybody needs to know is that he cannot help himself from constantly exaggerating and painting false narratives. He said, that video was almost 5 hours long. I think he does it in his newest video. It was 4 hours and 7 minutes total for the entire stream. You also came into that stream at about, I'd say 1 hour, 15 minutes late. Wasn't even close to 5 hours. But I guess you, being illiterate and everything, it's not surprising you suck at math. Rounded 4 hours and 7 minutes up to 5 hours because, well, you're a diva. You gotta blow everything out of the water. It's almost like your commenter. You know, I'm going to give you an example of the people that support you and you surround yourself with in your Discord channel. If we watch this crappy video that you posted today, you're kind of like this guy right here who says, I don't want to be a part of the toxic blah, blah, blah. But bro said he wished you got into an accident. I never said that. You said you did get into an accident. So anyone who speaks proper English knows I said, I hope you're a cripple. But he added this little, cherry on top. Can you find me a clip of me ever saying something like that? You can't. I'm going to go back through that very long list one last time before I wrap up this video. You lied about me wishing physical harm about you. Prove it without using the same stuff that you used before. Find me one clip where I said somebody hurts you, beats you up, does something dangerous to you. Don't use that stupid example of me calling you a cripple. That just shows you're weak, pathetic, and fragile. The second thing is you said I was e-begging for donations. Find a single clip with my voice asking or begging for a donation. Prove it. Your third lie? Well, I guess this one you're not able to actually prove. I got banned against the terms of service for Twitch and YouTube. Well, just for you and your little lie, I decided to republish those videos and leave them up for a couple days. So that's your own fault, really, and you can stand on that. The fourth lie is your definition of simping. Don't try and walk it back now, dude. Just own and be a man about how you feel about the lingo and terminology you want to use with you and your community. Anybody who comes to the defense of the content creators you're talking shit about, you think is a simp. Period. Lies about the Tig situation. Remember that screenshot? I still got it up. Let me hide it for you so you can look at it one more time. You didn't help Tiggs to, quote, be a nicer person. You and Tiggs are not pals. You do not talk with Tiggs on an active basis. He thinks you're a weirdo and that you are harassing him. Meanwhile, you're pleading your case because you don't want to get any more death threats and you want people to be nice to you. So, stop lying, bro. Your next lie is simply just throwing random shit up into the air to tell the interwebs that I don't have a career. Yet, I'm pretty confident, and this is not a flex or me trying to say that I'm above you. There isn't a single thing I have that isn't of greater value that you own. Probably from your house, your car, your computers, anything, literally anything. I work hard. I make good money, and I'm grateful for that. You lied about the accounts actively through the behaviors that you executed. I encourage everybody who's watching this video to go back, watch the prior post before it gets taken down in about 72 hours, and see how this gentleman carries himself pretending to be actual human beings in the real world in order to try and make me look bad and retaliate against my content. Remember the views thing? You lie about your views. Something I want everybody to spend some time checking out is a really cool website called Social Blade. This is 10IQ's Social Blade profile. When anyone out there goes to college, one of the main things in most careers that are pretty advanced is analytics. They teach you how to take a look at someone's overall trajectory. Let me ask you, does that look normal to any of you? How do you go from September 11th at 16 subscribers to October 2nd at 53 subscribers to up at the top 321 subscribers? Wait, don't focus on the subs. Maybe we should talk about having only 4,491 video views up to 14,000 video views and now 46,000 video views. There's a really great service, for example, like VFly, where if you want, you could spend a little bit of coin. Not only will they give you views, they'll give you fake bot accounts that are going to come into your channel and leave comments and actually have back and forth interactions, but they're only going to be for one video. If you really were to take a look at his chat to comment ratio and viewer ratio, things don't line up. But he'll paint some weird narrative and come up with a few lies to tell you otherwise. Your other lie is your T-BAT affiliation being in the military. Maybe you got hurt in the military. That part I can't deny. But T-BAT is not a military thing, and you are not the Australian degenerate. The other lie, and I've already covered this in multiple videos, is the fact you delete comments. I've talked about it prior already in the other lie, but I figured I'd just double click it one more time as I go down the list. Your other lie was about my comments being abusive. They're not abusive, my friend. That's the narrative that you want to make for everybody. They simply disagreed or gave my perspective or bullet points on certain things that I thought you should take a look at. For example, you talked about the TIGS tournament, and one of the comments that were deleted was, hey, Landmark did this, Stankrat did this, Willers did this. How's that abusive? You lie about me making an attempt to take the moral high ground. There is no moral high ground in this. I just don't want to participate in toxic, scummy, negative content creation. So I'm going to leave that to you, my friend. You lied and said I was threatening people. I didn't threaten anybody. If I want, I could do a little bit of network reconnaissance. But not really worth it. And really, ultimately, is going to be a waste of my time. And probably the weakest and silliest lie of them all, but I want everyone to pay attention to how you really exaggerate things. My 4-hour and 7-minute video, which has been now reposted on Twitch, that you said was 5 hours. You can't prove any of this. You can only continue to edit your videos and snip specific sections, slap 2 screens of captions back to back, and paint a false narrative. You couldn't actually make a long, detailed video response to this that disproves my claims. I want everyone to think about that. So, this is my last and final video. And I said it this morning when I first jumped on. I don't feel good doing this kind of stuff. And I don't want to be in some kind of weird proxy internet war with you, bud. Go pick on other content creators. I'm going to go do what I love, and that's playing video games, having a good time, and making feel-good content. I don't want to be a shitty person. And the more I've continued to do this, and the more you've continued to lie, I can feel myself tipping to the edge of really wanting to unleash some pretty mean shit your direction. But no one knows how to play themselves as a victim like you do. So the best thing for me to do at this point is avoid you altogether and stop wasting my time. The last thing I want everyone to know is I have been getting barraged by his viewers. Personal messages, DMs in my chat, and they do not have pretty things to say. I don't know how that behavior is okay with you, my friend, when you were busy, well, crying to Tiggs about the death threats and negative, quote, abusive behaviors that they were doing your direction. That entire community is scum. You are scum. I guess to double down on what I said in the prior videos, crippled scum. We're done here, my friend. Just do me a favor. Have some integrity. Stop lying to get clicks and views. You're pathetic. It's a wrap, folks. Peace, love, and happiness.